Today we'll be talking about part 5 of the power factor series. In part 4 we understood that by putting a capacitor near the load or by compensating the reactive power locally, we can mitigate various problems associated with flow of reactive power in the transmission line. Today we'll be talking about different types of reactive power compensation. There are majorly two types. One is called fixed compensation and the second one is called automatic compensation. So we'll be trying to understand what actually it means to say fixed compensation and automatic compensation. We'll take a small example here. Suppose there is a load and of course there is a grid here and they are connected from a transmission line. So what basically we are doing is we are adding a capacitor here. Now when you add a fixed capacitor, what do I mean by fixed? Let's say 800 kVAR capacitor if you add here, which is non-changing, we cannot change it, or if you have to change it you have to do it manually. That is what we call as fixed compensation. If the capacitor value, if the kVAR value is fixed, it is called fixed compensation. What do I mean by fixed is, even if the load is changing, suppose now there is 1000 kilowatt load connected here. Now after some time, let's say this load comes down to 250 kilowatt. Still the capacitor value is not changing based on the load. That means the compensation is not a smart compensation, it's a fixed compensation. Because a 250 kilowatt load will require less kVAR, a 1000 kilowatt load will require large kVAR, but still the kVAR is not changing. The kVAR is automatically not sensing, this capacitor bank is automatically not sensing what is the kVAR required, and it is a fixed type. If you want to change, then you have to go manually do it. You have to disconnect the capacitor from this bus and you have to do it. So that is called fixed compensation. Majorly it is used when the load variation in a system is very minute, is very small. Mostly the load remains constant. There is no variation in the load. In that case, we use fixed compensation. And in the second case where it is used, sometimes it is used in the HV side. Sometimes the fixed compensation, the fixed capacitor is used in the HV side of the system. And the third place where it is used along with the equipment. Suppose there is one big equipment connected in your system. So directly across that equipment we can connect a fixed capacitor or do a fixed compensation for that particular equipment. Now in the industry, majorly we are using automatic compensation. So what basically an automatic compensation is, here also there will be capacitor, but there will be a smart capacitor bank, which means that it automatically sense what is the reactive power requirement of your load, and accordingly it will switches on the required amount of kVAR. So we'll see the single line diagram of APFC panel or automatic power factor control panel. So this is a single line diagram of a APFC panel. So if you see, this is a bus, there are certain loads connected here, and there is a fuse, there is a contactor, then there is a thyristor module, then there is a reactor, and then there is a capacitor. So I'll try to make you understand what is the purpose of each of these parts. So this, this is whatever loads that is connected to the bus, and this load are requiring some reactive power, and this capacitor bank is providing that reactive power required by the load, so that the reactive power does not have to come through the grid. Alright, up to here it is clear. So this capacitor here, right here, is the building block of this panel. This is what is supplying the reactive power to the loads. So we can say that capacitor is a building block. Then these reactors are mainly used in case of harmonic rich environment. In the further videos, I'll explain in details about each of these parts. Here I'm just giving you an overview. So the reactor is used in case of harmonic reach environment. The contactor or the capacitor duty contactor is used to switch the capacitors. So what happens is, when the load is varying, this contactor will switch on or switch off according to the load requirement, according to the kVAR requirement. This power factor controller right here is the brain of the panel. This is very important. This power factor controller automatically senses what is the kVAR requirement of the load. Suppose there are 3 loads connected here. Now at this point, let's say all the 3 loads are operating and the kVAR requirement is, let's say, 800 kVAR. Alright. Now after some time, these 2 motors get switched off. There is no requirement of these 2 motors. So the kVAR requirement dropped down to 200 kVAR. So this power factor controller will automatically sense that the bus, at this bus, the total kVAR requirement is only 200 kVAR. So let's say these all are 200, 200, 200, 200, total 800 kVAR of the capacitor. So once it senses that only 200 kVAR is required, so it will switch off all the 3 and it will only keep this one on. Alright. So I hope I could able to explain you what actually automatic power factor controller is. So this is just an overview. There is a lot more details about each of the parts. We'll be cover it in the coming videos. Stay tuned. Thank you.